Good evening, everybody. Happy Wednesday, September 2nd. This is a little Cowboyz Chat on Inside Training Camp. I am sick and tired of hearing these stupid rumors about Earl Thomas. Despite what you've heard from reports, the Cowboys have not pursued conversations with Thomas's agent or Earl Thomas. Completely fabricated. No chance of Earl Thomas. If anything, Cowboys may look at Earl Thomas after the first week, after the fact that they will no longer have to guarantee salaries based on what's going on, especially because it's all about the money. Brad Sham said on his show with Mickey Spagnola that he has a friend who's in car sales, and literally I've done car sales myself. I've heard this phrase myself. It's not the money, it's the money. Regardless of anything that you've heard, Xavier Woods is going to be one of the starting safeties, and it looks like kind of a mix of like a hodgepodge of Reggie Robinson, Daryl Worley, and Clinton Dix as the other safety. McCarthy trusts Clinton Dix. He knows him very well. He's sticking with him. Key changes of note. Devin Smith and Adam Redmon don't make the cut before this Friday's roster cuts to 53-man roster. Adam Redmon, if you remember, he's been kind of just as a backup or support. Devin Smith, we had high hopes after we picked him up from the Jets. He had the burners. He doesn't have the burners now. Cedric Wilson has pushed himself into the fourth wide receiver spot. Now, whether we keep 5 or 6 receivers, my best guess on the fifth receiver would be Noah Brown, who has pushed his way back into contending for the position because he also participates in special teams. Not to mention, the dude's a pretty tall dude with some speed. So keep that in mind when thinking about the wide receivers. We already have Amari Cooper, we have Michael Gallup, and we have Darian Lamb. Cedric Wilson has been balling out at training camp. He's had so many catches that I'm just like, man, this guy, even as a 4, he's picked up his game. Because I think at best you would have considered him as a 5th or 6th receiver last year. Noah Brown's killing it. This guy Parker, he seems to be doing really well as well. He's got speed and he's got ups. I think I've seen maybe 3 contested balls tossed in the air that he won. As far as offense, they've got a lot of these 2 tight end packages, but who are they taking off the field? Let me know what you think. Put a question if you've got comments. Put them in the comment section below. On the defensive side, Vander Esche has switched to the middle linebacker, and now he's taken over the role of commanding. He has definitely stepped up as far as barking orders in that backfield. So I'm loving the fact that he's taking a leadership role, and it's not just Sean Lee. It helps that he was on the sideline listening to the coaches and watching the defenses, but his durability is always a question. So that's still kind of out there, but he looked amazing in last practice. And as far as the scrimmage blue and white game, I posted on Facebook just because I love Vach Lombardi. He breaks down film for the Cowboys all the time, and he has the greatest post-game show. So when he posted his comedic video, I just had to share. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely check it out. It's kind of hilarious. he does an over commentary to Michael Irvin's reactions. Yes, nothing's happening. There's just scrimmages. It's just lots of scrimmaging. We're going to be scrimmaging, and you see Michael Irvin with his arms flailing around, and Nate Newton and the other guys kind of going back and forth, but he's kind of doing the over monologue, if you will. And okay, so back to defense. Also, Tristan Hill, notable for improvement on the inside one technique. He has picked up his game. You could definitely tell he's picking up his assignments a lot quicker. We already know Joe Looney is going to be starting as far as the line. Really, there's going to be a lot of cuts, and it's going to be really tough to keep any of these good players. It may work in their favor, though, as far as no preseason games, no chance for other teams to really see them in action. And because the blue and white scrimmage, they didn't have any numbers, and they didn't have any footage of, like, actual plays. I did see some contact with them involved. I'm interested to see some of these undrafted and rookies, rookie drafts that can ball out and put their name out there. As far as the confidence, I'm amped. I think I'm pretty sure we're gonna have no problem with the Rams. As far as not showing any film, these guys are not going to know what hit them. I already remember seeing so many packages from when McCarthy was with Green Bay. Just trick plays that you didn't see with Garrett that are just going to be fantastic. And that slot is going to be filled with many different positions. I saw Ezekiel Elliott in 5 different plays in training camp where he was slotted out receiver, and he lost the coverage on I think it was Xavier Woods, actually. No, Xavier was on Michael Gallup. Amari Cooper was on the opposite side, and he had 2 men covering him. But Ezekiel Elliott came up and then in, and literally was in the middle of the field with nobody around him. And I'm like, this is either broken coverage or Zeke was on that point and nobody was really noticing the fact that Tony Pollard was actually, I'm sorry, not Tony Pollard. Who's the fullback? There's a undrafted fullback that was in the back, and Zeke, it was a 2-back system where Zeke was put out on the outside, or actually not on the outside. Gallup was on the outside, Zeke was on the inside, and Amari was on the opposite side. But he had 3 or 4 of those plays where literally he just juked and jived and gone to the house. And man, was it awesome. I personally want to see more of Pollard, but I also want to see more of Ezekiel Elliott as a receiver. They haven't been using him a lot as a receiver, and they could do a lot of trickery plays there. Not to mention a lot of CeeDee Lamb in the backfield, doing the Tavon Austin kind of deal. Man, this Cedarian Lamb, if anybody underestimates him as a number 1 receiver right now after all the hype and what you've seen, we ain't seen nothing yet. He's got burners for days. He jukes and loses coverage. These guys aren't holding back either. They had one particular play where, Vander Esche was switching the coverage on the defensive side as the captain to keep eyes on Cedarian moving. And they had Jalen Smith shadowing him. And he lost Jalen in 5 yards. It was like, boom, gone. I was like, out of the slot, I'm like, Gallup pulled the slot through and cleared out the house. It was pretty well done. Other than that, Ngukwe around the league, Ngukwe got traded up to Minnesota. Leonard Fournette, the running back, got cut by Jacksonville as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any comments or questions, put them below. If you like my content, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. And if you notice, I got a little Alvin Harper autographed action, Super Bowl 92-93. I'll be raffling off that jersey once I get to 1,000 subscribers. I know it looks very long and long of the tooth because I'm only at 50 subscribers. But hey, I'm celebrating the fact that I got 50 subscribers now, guys. I love you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you appreciating me by hitting that like button. And yeah, keep your eyes peeled for the videos next. We got 2 weeks till the season starts. So I think I'll probably start doing the push for the jerseys next week for those who comment, subscribe, share the content. And it's got to be a pretty decent comment, guys. You're like, oh, I like this, I like that. I appreciate it. That's commenting. You're gonna make your eligibility. But let's drive some content. Let's really talk about players that you think will make the team. Randy Gregory, not even going to touch it. I mentioned it. That's as far as I'm going. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Go Cowboys. Love the Cowboys chat. Also, check out my boys, Silver and Blue, Law Nation, Vach Lombardi. They have really good content, and they have the hype night that they do pretty regularly. Vach is a film freak. I absolutely love his breakdowns of linemen and coverages and techniques. I'm learning stuff, so you guys will learn it too. Love you, appreciate you. Have a great evening, and we'll be talking soon.